do another joint video. We was unsure before if we was or not, but we thought, what the hell, let's do it.
Night before a convention. What the heck?
Okay, so I put a thing out on Facebook, on YouTube, sorry, saying that people ask us questions, and we have some questions left over from the last video we did that wasn't actually related to asexuality, but more like privatise, so we thought we'd stick those in with this video. And I had a couple on video I did, so...
We need to actually figure out, find out where Cassandra got parabatai from. We forgot to do that bit.
Yeah, we did actually forget to do that bit. But basically, parabatai is two people closer than siblings, but not in a romantic relationship with each other, but they're there for each other, and you got each other's back.
In Cassandra's books, I'm not sure if this is a direct explanation because this is how I see it. Parabatai are people who are, they are could be from completely different backgrounds, completely different areas, but they resonate on one too many levels.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's times I'm just about to text Midnight something, then she'll text me exactly what I was just about to ask her, you know.
And then there's like, coming on about something completely random, and she finishes it.
Yeah. I will both say the same, have the same thought at exactly the same time, or something like that.
Some people call it Soul Brothers, Blood Brothers, that kind of thing. Because we're Shadowhunter fans, to us it's parabatai.
Kind of thing, so yeah, that's basically what parabatai means. And if I can find a description, I'll share it.
Try and get the official line from Cassandra.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's explained it somewhere.
Yeah, I think Ali and I think my uncle told me that it's got comes from another story kind of thing. So
Knowing Cassandra is probably a religious story.
yeah. One of my friends, Carla, if I'm saying it, Carla asked us, "Oh, do you become parabatai?" And there's not really.
It'd be more a question of how did you as in a personal sense, rather than in a general sense, because it, apart from knowing the oath a little too well for her
And
own
teach
good.
me not to leave thee or return from following after thee. For where you go, I will go, and where you die, I will die. And there will I be buried. The angel do unto me, and more also if aught the death part thee and me.
She only remembers it because Daniel Sharman said it.
Oh wait, somebody else asked me something. No, Leanne, we're not.
Well, parabatai.
Well, yeah.
It's the closest thing we ever get, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, some people need the romance in their lives, like we said in the other video. And some people search like, oh great, I'm going to start quoting Gabrielle. There's an old Greek saying that everyone's born with a part of their soul missing and they have to go and find it. Some people think it's soulmates in romance, and people think it's business partners. In the way things are currently in the world, I perfectly fine as I am with parabatai on one side and alpha goth mother, whatever you want to call her, scout goth Ali on the other.
So yeah, it's not so much of. I think as well, like, you just kind of like got that connection with somebody.
Got it.
Oh, cool.
This is from the Shadowhunters Wikipedia, which is for the show, the movie, and the books. And my phone's fucked up. The etymology of the word Shadowhunter comes from, and my pronunciation's crap at this, Heniocho Kai Parabatai, which means charioteer, I've just said it completely wrong, and sidemen in ancient Greek, where the sidemen, Parabatai, cannot leave the charioteer, and fights for the chariot to protect the other. While the charioteer drives, the one is useless without the other. In other terms, it can also mean a soldier paired with a chariot driver. It is derived from the usage of the word Heniochi Kai Parabatai is derived from the word Heniochi or Ionchi, which translates to charioteer.
Okay. Most embarrassing moment.
Was it like generically or what?
It doesn't most embarrassing moment, so
Telling Daniel Sharman his Yorkshire sucked. Daniel Sharman is Isaac Leahy in Teen Wolf, or the human Cole in Originals. And he did the audiobook for Clockwork Princess, in which he needed to do a York, which is North Yorkshire accent. I'm West Yorkshire. And I was listening to it the day I met Cassandra Clare. It made my skin crawl. And I love Daniel's pieces. I kind of said that when I met him that he was amazing, but his Yorkshire accent totally sucked. He then turned around and told me he grew up in Hull. And she can vouch for me on this one.
yeah. I was stood right next to her as he said it, and as she said it, I was going, oh my god, baby angel.
And the second time we met him, I apologised, and he recognised us as Shadowhunters. And he said that he was told that he sounded camp by his Liverpool flatmate once, which somehow led to him saying he has a good gag reflex. So it's embarrassing and fun at the same time.
I don't. You told me I didn't embarrass myself, and Ali said I didn't embarrass myself. But probably for me at a convention is the first time I ever went to Vampire Bar, and I'd been drinking wine, which I don't normally do, but I just thought, hang it, have some wine. So I was just drinking wine, and I saw Alan Hyde, who was Godric in True Blood. And I just walked straight up to him, and it was at the time I was in drama school. Hey Alan, I go to drama school, and this is my friend, Midnight, she's a writer, you know. And next morning I was like, oh my god, because I thought I'd said something really embarrassing. But the next morning I saw Alan, I had pictures of him, and I mustn't say anything too bad because he was really, really nice.
She was just really loquacious more than anything. It was more open than she usually is. They do say that alcohol does unlock things.
Okay, another one. One duck-sized elephant that's 20 elephant-sized ducks.
Oh, one of the convention questions. No ducks, please.
She doesn't like ducks.
No.
I suppose one duck-sized elephant, because that'd be really cute. You can just pick it up and cuddle it, and yeah, one duck-sized elephant.
Random.
The best guest meet and con experience.
Yeah, yikes. I've been doing cons since 2005.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Suppose for me, as much as I say about Misha dragging me up on stage, that was an amazing, awesome experience and one of my best. But I suppose for me, it was getting to do the quiz with Gareth David Lloyd and Lazy Boy Anthony Lewis. At the last ever hub, which was eight, yeah. And they asked in the audience, the people like I said, who would do it, and I just put my hand up straight away thinking others would put their hand up, but nobody did. Some guy was just like, okay, come on. Oh, there was one other girl who was on Kai Owens and one of the writers' teams, and I can't remember who the writer was. It might be the guy who's taken over Doctor Who, I can't remember.
I don't even know who that is.
Chris.
I haven't seen Doctor Who in about a year.
It's a guy who's been writing Broadchurch.
Yeah, I still don't know. I know Arthur was in it, that's all I really know.
But anyway, I got to do this quiz with Gareth David Lloyd and Anthony Lewis, and I actually got to act out a little scene from Torchwood with Gareth. And at the end, both Kai and Gareth said, look, you did really, really well then. So it was kind of like, that gave me the spur to go back to...
Maybe you should look for drama groups.
That gave me the spur to go back to drama school, and since then I've done a Mars TV ad. I've done a
You can
shop.
see her if you look really, really close.
Yeah. Ali actually spotted me, but I couldn't.
She's more observant than you and me.
Yeah.
Unless it's someone famous.
I've done a short film called Bare Feet, which I was only an extra in that. I've done a... What else have I done?
Much do it.
Shop Night. I've done Showcase for Drama School. And I've also done Open Mic Nights. So yeah, since...
And skits at Starfree conventions.
Yeah.
Which I come up with on the fucking fly.
And so I've done quite a few things since that experience with Gareth. So doing that with Gareth, it gave me the push. So I suppose that's the best experience. Best con guest for? God, there's so many. I think Tyler Hoechlin, Daniel Sharman, Misha Collins. I've been really lucky. I've not had a bad experience.
I've had a few interesting experiences at conventions, but I think one of the two best experiences for me is my first Vampire Ball, my first staff year actually, was Vampire Ball 2, which was the year before Heather Chem. And my friend Ali, our friend Ali was going to go, and she was looking at all the details for tickets and stuff, and she was looking down the guest list. Now, she cannot stand True Blood, and she's a fly-by-night Buffy fan. She watches it, but she's not a major fan. I'm sat next to her, and Alan Hyde comes up, and I screeched. I don't girly scream. It was like, oh my fucking god, like top of my voice. And I love Godric. I love him to pieces. But it was in London at Heathrow Hotel, which you wouldn't believe now, but I used to have a major issue with. Previous experience, I'm not going into it. So I went to the convention, had to literally be blindfolded to go, and had two of Ali's friends who were from the hub, like, hanging out with us. We accidentally offered Nicholas Brendan mead, even though we'd heard a rumour that he was on the wagon. Is it on the wagon when you coach him?
Off the wagon.
No.
Oh, you're on the wagon when you're recovering. Off
yeah.
the wagon when you're...
I don't know this. And I asked Alan a daft question, because I have a thing with languages. And he said I reminded him of some of his American friends, which I thought he meant I'd pissed him off. So I apologised during one of the parties. And then the next night, when all the guests were leaving and it was the last party, everyone was outside and they were all going, oh, see you, Nicholas, see you, Nicholas. I walked up to Alan and I just went, Alan, thank you so much for coming here, and you made me come to the Heathrow convention. I thought I'd never do that, and I hope you have a safe flight back to Denmark or America or whichever one you're going to. And he puts his hand on my fracking shoulder, right? And I almost dropped to my knees. I didn't, I almost did. It's a True Blood thing. If you know True Blood, you know the Eric and Godric scene. I was that close, and I don't do girly, emotive stuff as a rule. But I swore blind I would have a picture with him the next year, or the next time he came, doing that. And I kept saying it every single fucking year, every single fucking time we talked about Vampire Ball. I booked the ticket and everything. It got to the hour before, and I started regretting my plan. She and Ali gave me a kick up the jacksie, and I basically went, everyone else has these kind of pictures where they're like that and everything, and I just went, Alan, do you mind doing something weird? And he's like, what? He's 20. It was 21 at the time, 22, and I went, would you recreate a scene for me? And I explained it, and he went, okay, I can't quite remember what I was doing. So I showed him, I dropped to my knees, to one knee, and 1 minute he's Alan Hyde, 22-year-old Danish actor, bit of a lad about town sort of deal, and then click, he's Godric. Those eyes, my God. I I was looking the wrong way for the shoot, for the scene that I was recreating, because I was just, whoa, freaky, trust me. And I got him to sign the scene autograph 8x10, which my laminator then destroyed. It's still in one piece, but it's coated in sellotape. Well, it's still mostly in one piece, but it's coated in sellotape. The picture itself, I cut in half and moved my part for a long time, but now it's in full on my Facebook. The favourite guest?
As I said, there's so many. Daniel Sharman, Tyler, Ian Boren, JR. We can't just pick one.
It depends on what you mean best of, because there's different. These questions can be a bit generic.
Yeah.
I mean, best at what convention, best in what sense? Because, like I said, with Godric, with Alan Hyde for me,
Yeah.
and then a few years later, Chris Holden Reed, who was one of my favourites in Tudors long before I got into Lost Girl.
Paul Amos.
Yeah, he's just Welsh.
But yeah, there's just.
I mean, in the moment, you're there because you're a fan. If it's a 3-day convention, a specific con,
Yeah.
you're there because you're a fan of the show. So, in that moment, they're important. It's like
Yeah.
a quote from Tai-san. In this moment, you and I are all that exist. Actually, I've just answered my own fucking question, Anna. For me, the most amazing guest meet is still probably, I love everyone, but it's probably still going to be Trudy and Zoot. Danny James and Antonio Preble. My second kind of fan meet in Bradford. At what used to be called the Big W, like the bigger version of Woolies. Lined up against the window outside to go in. My camera, which was an old crappy film camera, fell on the wrist strap, fell against the window. This lad just head spun from inside, looking out the window, staring me smack in the face, contacts and everything, is Zoot. Not Danny James, he was Zoot. All the way up until my friend decided to shout Parent Chaos at the top of his voice.
And last one is how did you two become friends? I've actually just done a video about this, and it's going to be up in a few days. But I actually met Midnight and Ali and Kim, Jimmy Ruth.
Who I saw at Bradford Comic Con.
Oh, cool. Who else? A couple of Mel, a couple of others.
What's it called? Rosie.
Rosie,
Tess.
a couple of others. I actually met them all at the first ever Blue Gillespie gig in Bradford.
Preston.
Because I've just been talking about Bradford. In Preston. And I was on my own, and I actually started talking to Jimmy and Ruth, and then Ali and Midnight came over, and then Kim came over, and yeah, I think I've been able to get rid of me since.
What do they say? The rest is history?
Yeah. I think I immediately though started hanging out was you saw a picture of me with me Highlander leather jacket on.
Yeah, that blasted show. I've had so much trouble because of that fucking show. You twisted your arm, dude. You can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't. There you go. Watch your symbol.
That's the Watcher's tattoo. And I first met Ali mainly because of Highlander, but also kind of through Whitby. I had a fucking Highlander t-shirt thrown at my head in Whitby. I met so many friends thanks to the show. It's one of those 6 degrees of separation deals. I mean, within Highlander itself, you can connect a show from the 90s to feck knows how many shows. Going from Stargate SG-1 to Will and Grace even, and to some very dubious 80s bands.
Yeah. And so I have this Highlander jacket on, and she goes, "Oh, you're an Highlander fan." Comments on, "You're an Highlander fan. Well, I'm meeting up in Manchester. Do you want to come?" And I went, and yeah, ever since then, Ali and Midnight's always invited me to hang out and things like that. So yeah, fandoms really.
Pretty much.
Fandoms, those kind of things.
I mean, like, it's I hate umbrella terms, but fandom is pretty much family.
Yeah.
And when you find one where you click, you've got to hold on for dear life, dude.
Yeah, I think that's all the questions. This weekend we're off to Forsaken in Eastbourne, which is just outside London, and we're going to a Shadowhunter convention run by Rogue Events, and we've got John Core, Maxine
Wright, Katie Leib, and I cannot remember the name of the
Alaric
lad who plays
Sanchez.
Alaric, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's the first convention we've been to where there's not many guests
Not many attendees.
and not many
either.
attendees, but we're still going to make it a good weekend.
The thing is, a lot of people go to cons because of the guests, but we've been taught the old way in things. Going because of your friends,
Yeah.
because you're a fan of whatever fandom's involved, and well, we're not Shadowhunter fans, honestly. We absolutely hate the damn thing.
Oh yeah, don't like it at all. Oh,
She just got the tattoo on her dare.
that one.
She can't remember which one it is. She's only got 2 so far. If you can come up with any more questions, it doesn't matter how fucking random.
Yeah, send them to one of us, and next time we're together, we'll do something else like this.
Only we'll probably charge all our devices. You say that.
It's because I've been recording other stuff today as well.
You've got to watch that because it's pretty much all me and then half your face.
It's
And then you
alright.
ponytail at random
It's okay.
points.
If it is, I can use this one, and I can just edit bits out.
Yeah, the weird thing is, my outfit's Chinese, but it's from Firefly. Yours is Japanese, but the character's actually German.
Attack on Titan.
Maggie's Firefly. TV and anime, two of our sections.
Anyway, I think we should leave it there because we're just about to watch something on Netflix. Netflix and Chill the Private Highway. And I just want to double check, make sure I've got everything packed.
We need
and
to recheck our packing. We do this all the time.
The murder.
It passes the time before a con.
Okay, but for now, say love you lots, not like jelly tots, and we're keeping Megan weird, even though she's from Fonzie. But we'll say speak to you later. Bye.